Have you ever felt drained, manipulated, or unsettled after spending time with someone? Maybe you have questioned whether you are dealing with a truly toxic person or just someone going through a rough patch. Understanding the difference is crucial, not just for protecting your peace of mind, but for fostering personal growth. Today, we will explore how to recognize toxic individuals, why they behave as they do, and, most importantly, how to respond in a way that aligns with Stoic philosophy. Section 1. Understanding toxic behavior. The term toxic is thrown around a lot, but what does it really mean? Toxic people exhibit patterns of behavior that harm others emotionally, mentally, or even physically. These behaviors often stem from unresolved trauma, deep-seated insecurities, or a need to control others to validate themselves. Stoicism teaches us to separate what we can control from what we cannot. While we cannot change someone else's behavior, we can control our reactions and set boundaries that protect our inner tranquility. By understanding the root of toxic behavior, we become better equipped to deal with it rationally rather than emotionally. Section 2. The Stoic perspective on interactions. Before we dive into identifying toxic traits, let's consider how the Stoics approached interpersonal relationships. Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic philosopher, often reminded himself that people act out of ignorance, not malice. He wrote, "When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly. They are like this because they cannot distinguish between good and evil." This mindset does not excuse harmful behavior, but it reminds us to approach people with understanding rather than anger. Recognizing toxic traits is not about judging others. It is about protecting your peace while maintaining compassion. Section 3. 5 traits of toxic people. 1. Constant manipulation. Toxic individuals often manipulate others to serve their own needs. This could take the form of guilt-tripping, lying, or exploiting your kindness. Manipulative people thrive on control, and they will twist situations to their advantage, leaving you doubting your instincts. The Stoic approach here is clarity. Epictetus taught that we should hold fast to what is our own. By identifying your values and priorities, you can resist being swayed by others' deceitful tactics. Learn to say no without guilt and stand firm in your boundaries. 2. Chronic negativity. Negativity is infectious. Toxic individuals often complain endlessly, criticize others, and see the worst in every situation. Spending time with such people can leave you feeling pessimistic and drained. Stoicism teaches us to guard our minds. As Seneca said, associate with those who will make a better man of you. While you may not always be able to avoid negative people, you can limit their influence. Surround yourself with individuals who inspire positivity and growth. 3. Lack of accountability. One of the clearest signs of a toxic person is their refusal to take responsibility for their actions. They will blame others, make excuses, and rarely, if ever, apologize sincerely. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. When dealing with someone who refuses accountability, focus on what you can control, your own actions and responses. Let go of the need to correct or convince them. For gaslighting. Gaslighting is a form of psychological manipulation where someone makes you question your own reality. It is a hallmark of toxic relationships, eroding your confidence and sense of self. Stoicism encourages us to trust reason and evidence. When faced with gaslighting, ground yourself in facts. Keep a journal of events if necessary. Remember Epictetus's words. If someone succeeds in provoking you, realize that your mind is complicit in the provocation. Do not allow their distortions to undermine your truth. 5. Envy and sabotage. Toxic individuals are often envious of others' success or happiness. This envy can manifest as subtle sabotage, passive aggressiveness, or outright attempts to undermine you. Instead of responding with anger, take the Stoic approach of indifference. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Choose not to be harmed, and you won't feel harmed." Don't feel harmed, and you haven't been. By detaching yourself from their jealousy, You deny them the power to affect your happiness. Section 4. Applying Stoic principles to toxic interactions. 1. Setting boundaries without guilt. Setting boundaries is an act of self-respect, not selfishness. Use clear, calm communication to establish what behavior you will and will not tolerate. The Stoics remind us that we owe it to ourselves to protect our peace. 2. Practicing compassion from a distance. Not all toxic people are inherently evil. Many act out of their own pain or ignorance. While you do not need to tolerate their behavior, you can still extend compassion. Marcus Aurelius advises us to remember that every soul is fighting its own battle. 3. Cultivating inner resilience. The Stoics believed in building an inner fortress, an unshakable core that remains peaceful regardless of external chaos. Meditation, reflection, and practicing gratitude are powerful tools for maintaining this resilience when dealing with toxic people. Section 5. The power of letting go. Sometimes the healthiest choice is to walk away. Letting go of toxic relationships can be painful, but it is often necessary for personal growth. As Seneca wisely said, "If a man knows not to which port he sails, no wind is favorable." Surround yourself with people who uplift and inspire you to reach your full potential. In a world filled with complex relationships, recognizing and dealing with toxic people is a skill we all need to master. By applying Stoic principles, we can approach these situations with wisdom, compassion, and strength. Remember, your peace of mind is priceless. Protect it, nurture it, and let it guide your interactions.